There is something undeniably addictive about the mystery box craze, especially when you are talking about high-end sports memorabilia. You are essentially paying for the thrill of the unknown, hoping that when you slice open that tape, you are staring at a legend rather than a role player. Now, the big selling point here is the authentication. We have all seen those horror stories of fake signatures floating around online, but this setup leans heavily on the big three: PSA, JSA, or Beckett. Having that tamper-evident hologram and the official paperwork included is basically the only reason this makes sense to buy. Without that, it would just be a very expensive piece of polyester. When you actually get one of these in your hands, the quality of the jersey itself is usually decent, though it is important to remember that the value is almost entirely tied to the ink on the fabric. The signature is the star of the show. It feels solid, and seeing that official certification card tucked inside gives you that immediate sense of relief. It is a nice touch that they do not just throw it in a bag. There is a bit of presentation involved. But let's be real for a second. The downside is the luck of the draw. You might be hoping for a Hall of Famer and end up with someone who had a solid career, but isn't exactly a household name. That is the gamble. You are paying for the chance at greatness, and sometimes you just get a decent addition to a collection rather than a centerpiece. Another thing to keep in mind is the storage. If you're planning on displaying these, you're going to need to invest in a proper frame or a shadow box, because just hanging it on a hanger is going to do a disservice to the autograph over time. The fabric can be a bit prone to wrinkling if it has been sitting in a box for a while, so you might need to be careful if you decide to steam it. Honestly, it is a fun way to build a collection if you are the type of person who enjoys the surprise. It is not necessarily the most cost-effective way to get a specific player you love, but for the sheer excitement of not knowing what is coming in the mail, it hits the mark. Just go into it knowing that you are playing the odds, and you will probably have a good time with it. It is a solid, legitimate way to get into the hobby without having to hunt down individual pieces yourself, provided you are okay with the mystery element.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.